The first thing we're going to talk about is ProBio 5. First, let's look at what the product claims to do. And we're going to read it right from the insert. It's saying that everybody in their body has yeast naturally. And some yeast isn't a bad thing, but it has to be kept in balance in order for your gut to be healthy and happy. Now, if your gut is out of balance, it is going to cause major problems. Fatigue, weight gain, mood swings, and this yeast imbalance can happen quickly and easily, caused by things like stress, excessive sugar intake, and other environmental factors. But on the flip side, when your gut is balanced, your body's digestive system works better and you feel better. Second section, what does Plexus say that this product is indicated for? It helps keep this intestinal yeast in balance. It helps support a healthy intestinal tract, supports healthy digestion, improves natural response to imbalance. It promotes healthy bacteria counts and pH levels in the gut. It's a source of antioxidant and it supports immune function. Back to my pharmacy side of it. When we look at these claims, what I was taught in pharmacy school would be things like antifungals when we're talking about yeast, right? So diflucan, clotrimazole, miconazole, any of these antifungal drugs. The digestive claims, I think about pancreatic enzyme blends, so things like Zenpep or Creon. The intestinal tract health claims, and again, that digestion imbalance, I think of things that are going to increase motility in the gut. So things like Reglan, which is metoclopramide, or Propulsid. Or when it's talking about the pH levels and altering pH levels in the gut, I think of proton pump inhibitors, right? So things like omeprazole, which is Prilosec, or pantoprazole or Protonix. And even older classes of drugs that are going to alter that pH level. Pepcid, Zantac, okay? And this moves us into the label. Let's actually look at the label and see what's in this stuff. So the label indicates it's got vitamin C, vitamin B6. It has got an enzyme blend of protease, cellulase, and serrapeptase. And then we get into the probiotic blend. Lactobacillus acidophilus, Bacillus coagulans, Bifidobacterium longum, Lactobacillus plantarum, and Saccharomyces boulardii. And to wrap that whole thing up, we've got grapeseed extract. So let's do a little deep dive in now. Let's get into what each of these individual ingredients claims to do. Let's start with the vitamin C and the vitamin B6. We've got those together. I wonder why. Well, the obvious thing is immune support. But of course it does more than that. It also decreases oxidative stress. But when they're paired together, they work to break down histamine. And when we can break down histamine in the body, that lessens immune suppression. So it's kind of a smart little move on their part. Let's move on to the enzyme portion of this. So I'm going to clump these together as a group and I'm going to give you a rundown of what these enzymes do. They're essential for cell division, for blood clotting, for immune function. They promote wound healing. They improve nutrient absorption. They also decrease inflammation, which is related to pain, clears mucus, breaks down plaque that can form in arteries, so it's got heart benefits. And these enzymes break down microbial biofilm, and that is where the magic happens because it has to do with moving pathogenic and bad microbes out. And yes, that means that yeast. And because these enzymes break down proteins into amino acids, again, it has to do with our nutrients being absorbed better. Now let's move on to those specific probiotics. That Bacillus coagulans also helps with digestion and increasing nutrient absorption. Works as an anti-inflammatory, increases immune function. It's helpful for IBS symptoms, especially those that are related to digestive gas, and it's even helpful in rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. Lactobacillus acidophilus. This is one of the most common ones we hear of all the time, right? Everyone should be familiar with this one by now. We know that fermented foods are very high in Lactobacillus acidophilus. Now, what it does, it produces lactic acid in our gut. So of course that plays into that pH role. It's been known to decrease total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol levels. It's very helpful in IBS symptoms, especially those that tend to swing more towards the diarrhea. It helps with eczema symptoms. It decreases allergy symptoms. It increases short-chain fatty acids in the gut, and we know that short-chain fatty acids are anti-inflammatory in nature. It's even being studied for weight control. Bifidobacterium longum. This one also produces lactic acid and acetic acid, so again, having to do with that pH level. This one tends to be more effective for IBS that leans constipation-wise. Again, it serves to break down food, which increases nutrients. It has anti-stress properties. Moving on to Lactobacillus plantarum. Now this one fights pollutants. It actually binds to heavy metals, so you can think of cadmium, aluminum, and even copper by shielding the intestinal tract. It boosts iron absorption. Might want to check out this video. It helps decrease blood pressure, which in turn is heart healthy. It's helpful in clearing out that GI tract and neutralizing harmful bacteria. Again, it's effective in IBS with the bloating business, and it strengthens the immune system. And the last one, Saccharomyces boulardii. Now this one happens to be a friendly yeast that acts as a probiotic. And because it is yeast-based, this one has a pretty good survival rate when it comes to antibiotics. It is best known for its effectiveness in traveler's diarrhea, but it's also effective in GI disorders such as inflammatory bowel disease or Crohn's disease. And of course, it stimulates the immune system. And the last ingredient we are covering is the grapeseed extract. And it's exactly what it sounds. They crush up seeds from red grapes and they extract from it. And they're high in polyphenols and rich in proanthocyanidins. Now this grapeseed extract is beneficial in improving blood flow, which in turn is going to regulate blood pressure. And the polyphenols decrease oxidative stress. And they do this by decreasing LDL cholesterol, which of course leads to less plaque formation. It's beneficial in collagen synthesis and bone formation. It's beneficial in kidney function. It has antibacterial and antifungal properties. It's liver protective. It aids in wound healing, and it's even being studied for cancer research. And another ingredient, gallic acid, which is found in grapeseed extract, inhibits the formation of beta amyloid peptides. And that might sound familiar because we just covered part of that in the Alzheimer's talk. And that one's right up here if you didn't catch that one. All right, let's move on to the last portion here, dosing. We dose this ProBio 5 anywhere from 1 to 4 capsules daily. I'm not gonna get over that in depth because it is in this video right here. You can catch more of that. There are 2 billion CFUs in each capsule, which is meant to read and meant to seed. It is best taken at bedtime on an empty stomach. That does not mean that people will take it different times of the day because our bodies are going to react to it differently. That's why it's really important that you're working with your sponsor when you start this product. And like all of the Plexus products, there's no artificial colors in here, and it is also gluten-free. All right, y'all, thanks for hanging with me till the very end, where we have taken time to consider supplementation